In last part, the raising question was, who is the king of Qinghai? We all wanted to know it. Listening emergency newses, Yanshun with his large army headed towards the battlefield. After all, he could release his own woman, but he would never allow someone else to save her from the dilemma he created for her. From far away, he saw Chu Qiao. After 3 days of starvation and enduring of the coldness, Chu Qiao was already on her last stage. In her hurry, she grabbed her sword and dashed out of the tent. Light-headed and feeling hot, she could only see a blurry mass of torches. She heard someone shouting at her, so she turned around only to see He Xiao and his bloodshot eyes. His mouth opened and closed. He was fighting with someone. He was covered in blood, and she could only pray that he was not injured. Chu Xiao's head was buzzing, and she could not even tell what she herself was thinking. She wanted to carefully listen to He Xiao's words, but she could never seem to hear clearly. This was the 4th time that Prince Yang had raided the camp. The Xia army had gradually lost their patience. Surrounding her, she could only hear the sounds of death as her guards fell one after another. More and more enemies charged up. As the enemies broke the formation and each soldier began fighting by themselves, the soldiers was trying to protect their master, but yet the soldiers from afar could no longer get close. Surrounded by bodies, Chu Qiao's entire view seemed to be painted a bright crimson. With the winds blowing, the snowstorm continued. Facing this desperate situation, Chu Qiao thought, it seems like this is the end. This is fine. Her entire life flashed before her eyes. In her orphanage, she had been selected by her country, and after going through over a decade of training, she was selected to go to a prestigious military academy. Upon graduation, she was posted to military intelligence, and after countless assassination and infiltration missions, she gave her life for the country. Following that, she came to this era of choice, and once again she lived a life that very much resembled her first. Suddenly, an intense sense of fatigue overwhelmed her. As the wind blew towards her, she had this faint wish that she merely wished to give up all of her determination and struggles. All these years, no matter what kind of desperate situation she was faced with, she had never given up hope of life. Yet, she suddenly felt like she did not want to continue fighting. She was really too tired. This would do, and she would finally get some rest this way. He Xiao shrieked in despair as he saw Chu Qiao merely standing, facing the hail of arrows, like a frozen statue. He felt as though his heart had been torn apart. He Xiao swung his blade again and again. Lightning first, his blade left a shining after image in the air as two hairs flew up into the air with fresh blood tainting He Xiao's body. Yet the flood of enemies quickly took the position of their fallen comrades. He Xiao was trapped in combat. As he saw the arrows approach Chu Qiao, the Yanbei soldiers atop of Longing Pass had also witnessed this scene with their very eyes. A young soldier's face was completely pale as his knees weakened. He was a soldier who grew up in Shangshan. His entire family had been released from slavery by Chu Qiao, and not only that, but his family had been given land. In the past half a month, Yanbei witnessed the loyalty of an army, and at this moment, the entire heavens witnessed the sadness of a lady. All of a sudden, the sounds of things cutting through the air could be heard. It was then they saw a patch of black shadows jumping up the mountain situated to the west of Longin Pass. Holding on to ropes, they swung down, and with impeccable accuracy, their countless blades struck the flying arrows. In that moment, the entire battle quietened down, taken aback by surprise. All of the intruders wore dark green leather armor and were extremely fast and agile, much like the beast one could see in the jungle, with their face illuminated by the fire, and each of them had a dark maroon tattoo on their face. With their sharp gaze, they pounced towards the Xia army, who was still recovering from their surprise attack. Before the Xia army could react, a cacophony resounded from the southwest, kicking up a good mixed with dust and snow. Thousands of horses trampled on the tundra, sounding like a rumbling war drum. The elite shock cavalries charged into the Xia army flanks. Such spirit and organization could only be seen in a well-trained army. Upon closer inspection, it appeared that they were all Tang Emperor's soldiers. Wearing silvery armor, the young emperor charged into the main camp and grabbed Chu Qiao. He used so much strength that it seemed as though he wanted to squeeze her to a pulp. His chilly armor felt like nails to the torch, and his heavy breath made huge patch of white clouds in the air. The sounds of killing gradually faded into the distance, and the surrounding sounds faded to mute. With thousands of torches around, she felt as though she was basking in the warmth of the summer sun. Now, who is the silvery armor? The young emperor who saved her. Who is excited to know the appearance of the King of Qinghai? Thank you so much and subscribe the channel. Don't forget to like the videos. Thank you.